Starring, amongst others, John Boyega, Scott Eastwood, Jing Tian, Kaylee Spaney, Bern Gorman, and Charlie Day. Directed by Stephen S. DeKnight, off of a script by four of them: Stephen S. DeKnight, T.S. Nowlin, Kira Snyder, and Emily Carmichael. This is my slightly late review for Pacific Rim Uprising.
Buy everything you've got!
I realised while I was watching this one that I've definitely seen Pacific Rim, the original one, but I don't remember a huge amount about it. I don't remember liking it all that much. I thought it was fine, brainless fun, but nothing about it really grabbed me. I remember just feeling a bit, it was alright. Pacific Rim 2 then, I think I prefer a little bit more. I do want to go back and watch the first Pacific Rim at some point, because from what I hear from pretty much everybody, this film isn't as good. But as I say, that first one, I didn't really think about it afterwards, but with this one, I was invested in the characters throughout it. I was involved in what was happening. I was having a really good time with it, and it's a film that I find to be a lot more memorable than the first. A large part of that may be due to John Boyega. He's in almost every scene in this. He doesn't have a lot of time where he's not on the screen. So it's good that they cast somebody like him who is so likeable. John Boyega has a charm about him that doesn't make him seem like an arrogant dick. And in the wrong hands, his character here could very much seem like that. Like, he's a bit unlikable at times. He's very up himself. He loves himself far too much. And he doesn't miss an opportunity to big himself up a little bit. But at the same time, because I think with Boyega, I'm alright with it. I don't hate this character. And normally characters like that just piss me off. Two characters from the first one that I distinctly remember pissing me off were the scientists, played by Charlie Day and Bern Gorman. In this one, and I don't want to say too much because spoilers, but Bern Gorman is better. He seems to have toned it down a little bit. I liked him in this one. I like him anyway, but in the first movie, he got on my nerves. Charlie Day seems to have taken what made him annoying in the first film, multiplied it by 10, and that's what we get. And there's a reason for it, and it's a reason I won't go into. They do interesting things with him, but he hams it up so much that it feels at odds with the rest of the film. It doesn't feel like his character is in the same movie as everyone else. He's just so over the top with everything that I found it to be distracting. Charlie Day is a weak point for me in this. As for the story, it's been, I think it was about 10 years since the events of Pacific Rim, and the world's at peace for the most part. But obviously there's a sequel to take care of, so things start going wrong, and things start going wrong fast. Dragged back into this is John Boyega's character, who is the son of Idris Elba from the first, who died in that first movie. And he brings along with him a 15-year-old who is very good at working and building Jaegers. And the time that we spent with these two characters, and Scott Eastwood's as well, I enjoyed. There's one character in particular, and she is really poorly used. She's used as a love interest of sorts for Scott Eastwood's character, but there's no resolution given to it. She's written very, very strangely. You'll know the character when you see it, because it's very, very weird how they've used her. But mostly this is a film that's filled with characters that I quite enjoy spending time with. Like, nobody, apart from the character that I mentioned and the poor use of that female character, nobody else rubbed me up the wrong way at all. I wasn't not enjoying watching them on the screen. But serviceable characters would be nothing without a good plot. And this one, it does take a little while to get going. We do get a couple of Jaeger fights early on, but it's not until around the last 40 minutes that things really kick off. And when they do, this film's incredible. Like, that last 40-45 minutes of it are just insanely good. It's everything I wanted to see from a Pacific Rim movie. It's like Transformers, but just done right. Some of the things that happen, and as batshit crazy as it gets, there's no other way to describe it other than just visually stunning. It's just a shame that it takes so long to get there. And that's not me saying that I didn't like the rest of the film. As I've said, I did. It's just I wanted more of this. I wanted more robot on monster carnage. And yeah, it does take a little while to get there. But when it does, it's worth it. The film does try to do some world building as well. They've spoken about how they want to make this a cinematic universe. And stop making things cinematic universes, please. But not enough attention's given to it. There's lots of interesting things that you can pick up that's going on around the world that we see, but none of them are really explored, and it's a real shame because a few of those could be interesting, and if we do get a Pacific Rim 3, it would be nice to delve into that a lot more. I'm going to give Pacific Rim Uprising a 7 out of 10. It's not a very clever film, it's not a very smart film, it's very much a go along, switch your brain off, eat some popcorn and have a good time. But that's what I wanted from something like this, so I'm happy with the result. Not great, certainly good. Have you seen Pacific Rim Uprising? Did you like it? What did you think? Let me know in the comments. Is it better than the first? Am I the only person that thinks it is? Should I definitely go back and watch the first one? Because I'm thinking I should. Hit like on this video if you want to see more of them. Hit subscribe as well if you want to be notified when I do a new one. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you on the next video.